Hey, Mizzou fans, this is Mark Fitzpatrick with Tiger Club of Kansas City. It is Tuesday, February 20th. Very excited. Our guest today, Mizzou Hall of Famer Corby Jones, one of the great quarterbacks you ever had. Corby, you really delighted the crowd today with stories of your career. It was great.
Yeah, it's hard to remember, man. I'm getting old. So trying to make sure I get the facts right.
Brought a lot of great memories back. You were very pivotal. You know, the Tigers had struggled in the early 90s. You came to Mizzou about your sophomore season, and all of a sudden kind of clicked in. Then your junior season and senior season both went to bowls. Talk about that transition.
Yeah, it was tough. It was trying to get everybody to believe, and what Coach Smith was trying to build. He was trying to build a family, and trying to build a bunch of guys that wanted to fight. And our offensive linemen, all mid-Missouri guys. These corn-fed boys just want to go out there and hit somebody.
So you had a lot of opportunities to go elsewhere coming out of high school, and I know your dad was on the staff at Mizzou. What made you choose the Tigers?
Just my familiarity with that staff. That was primary. I mean, when I think back, I think about the feelings I got from different places, and as much as I liked them, I knew what I was going to get, and I knew I was going to get a family atmosphere at Mizzou, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of something that was going to change something. I want to be kind of a pioneer, if you will.
Two games that I want to ask you about. Everybody always asks you about the Nebraska game. Probably the most famous loss in Missouri history, unfortunately, because of the flea kicker.
No, five down.
Five down. Okay, yeah. Which both those teams went on to win the national championship.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, talk about that game first, though. The team. I always remember his story about Coach Smith saying before the game, "You guys, is anybody in the room we doesn't believe we can win this game? Then get out." And you get your mindset against the best team in the nation.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember we were all, because it was a late game. It was a 3:30 kick, and I remember watching SportsCenter and game day, and Lee Corso said Corby Jones has done a great job this year, but he's not going to finish this game.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that was kind of the deal. There's no one. We were 21-point underdog.
Yeah.
But we all thought that we could fight with them. And you go in thinking that way, and then when you come out the gate like the way we did and move the ball down the field your first drive, then you say, whoa, belief and proof are two very different things.
The other game I wanted to ask you about was the Oklahoma State game that year. I think it ended up 51-50 in overtime.
Yeah, 52-51, something like that.
Yeah, but that really turned the program around. I thought you had just a fantastic game.
That was the one. That was the game that I hang my hat on. People ask me what was the biggest game or the most fun I had, and that might have been it. Just coming back from adversity, because we hadn't done that. If we started off bad, we usually finished. We may improve a little bit, but by the end of the game, I mean, it was done. But that one, we came out the chute on fire, and then slowed down, had a lull, and instead of just hanging it up, I mean, we had to come back with a minute left, and then once we got to overtime, we knew it's a new game, so let's go.
And then '98, you guys went to the Inside Bowl. It was the first Mizzou Bowl victory, I think, in 17 years, I believe. Were you MVP of that?
No, I wasn't. So now you're getting bitter. No, now we're getting bitter.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I would have been MVP had our defense not let Mark Bolger throw for 350 yards in the second half.
Well, the MVP is supposed to be on the winning team.
That's
like
exactly.
That. So,
I'll take that.
So I know you still follow the Tigers, and what a great season. What your assessment of where the program is right now?
I mean, I think we're moving in the right direction. I mean, it's hard to say. What's a testament is we're not losing any people. With the portal the way it is, and these kids not wanting to compete. Not everyone's not going to start. I mean, everyone's not going to be a starter. But you need to understand that you're next man up. And you got to want to fight. I mean, I don't want somebody that's going to jump ship as soon as he's not the starter. I want somebody that's going to sit there and fight with his family.
Last thing I want to ask you, you were on a lot of academic honors as a player, went to law school. Tell us about what you're doing now.
Now I'm finally out of private practice, but I'm in-house general counsel for Winter Dent, insurance broker based out of Jeff City, Columbia. Next 6 to 8 months, we'll have a Kansas City office as well. But we're in growth mode, but it's a 100-year-old company, so we're going to be around.
You make us proud. Great Tiger,
Absolutely.
Hall of Famer, Mizzou Hall of Famer, State of Missouri Hall of Famer. Hey, folks, next week, please join us at the flea market. We will have Drew King and Jarod Hamilton from PowerMizzou, and there's lots to talk about going on in Columbia these days. 1 week from tonight, we'll have a Tiger Club happy hour at Chicken and Pickle in Overland Park. So please join us. For information on memberships and activities, go to kctigerclub.com.